What's up, everybody? Eric here. Rare weekend off this weekend. No gigs Friday and Saturday. I think it's the second weekend, maybe third weekend of the year that I've had off. And the last weekend of the year that I've had off. I had a weekend off for my son's wedding. I think I had a weekend off earlier this year, like January or February. But I had a weekend off this week. It was good. I got a chance to recharge a little bit and think about my music side hustle. I look at it as a business. I think you should look at it as a business. So I had a chance to just reflect and chill out a little bit. It was kind of nice. I did play a show Wednesday night. I played at Debonné Vineyards. That's always a good time. One of the older wineries here in Northeast Ohio. And I had a pretty good evening. I had planned on doing some more 90s songs and songs I've been learning. And so I was rolling along. We were having a good time. And I mixed in a couple songs. And then had a pretty good crowd for a Wednesday. All the tables were full in the tasting room. It's not a big room, but kind of intimate. I like that. It's a good change of pace. Not that I play huge shows, but I like playing inside in that little room. And I had a lot of 90s songs planned that I'd been working on, some good songs. And then about, I don't know, I was well into my second set, and someone requested Neil Young's Harvest Moon, which wasn't on my list. But I played it, and as I was playing it, there was literally 4 or 5 couples that got up. There was 5 couples that got up and started dancing. So it's not a dance floor, it's not a dance place, but they just started dancing right next to their tables. And it's a great move. I ended up following that up with Tennessee Whiskey and Always on My Mind, and just completely deviated from my list. And I think that's an important musician tip, that you really need to play the room. You may have a whole plan, and a lot of times I have a whole plan, a whole set list worked out, but you need to be able to read the room and adapt. You need to adapt to what's going on in the room. And so I use an iPad. I know there's different thoughts on that, whether you should use an iPad or not. I use an iPad, and I have probably 550, 600 songs on the iPad. Do I know them all by heart, or do I know them all really well? No. Do I know them all? All the ones that are on there, I know I'm good enough to play them. And a lot of times, as long as you nail the chorus, a lot of times the people don't even know the verses anyway. So as long as you're close and you're good on the choruses, people are happy. And that's what you're there for. You're not there to play the songs that you want to play and all that stuff. I hear musicians say, I'm not playing that song. That song's overplayed. I'm not playing that. Listen, you throw $10 in my tip jar, I'll play just about anything, as long as I can play it, or at least play something in that neighborhood if I don't know the specific song you request. So, musician tip, I highly recommend having an iPad, have a good arsenal of songs. I always, if somebody requests a song, or I get a couple requests over, I'm kind of running out of that now, but if I got several requests for Wagon Wheel, I went home and learned it. I went home and learned that song. I think that's important to do. Add songs. If I get like one weird request, not weird, but unless someone requests, I may not go home and learn that one, but unless I really like the song, I guess maybe I would. But people do request songs, and I'm like, oh, that's a good song. I should learn that one. I have some regulars that keep requesting Bare Naked Ladies, and that's just one band that I just don't cover. Not that I'm not a fan. I never was a big fan, but I've tried the Chicken of the Chinese Chicken song a few times, but I get tongue twisted. Could do the Brian Wilson song. I guess I should learn that one. But the point is I think it's perfectly fine to use an iPad. In fact, pros that I used to go see, they had these big books with tons of songs in them. The only problem with that, I actually started with that. I started with a book. And the problem with that is, if you're outside, first of all, the papers blow all around, or can blow all around. So you need clips and all this stuff. And then also, I didn't think about it, but like it gets dark, you can't see the pages anymore. So you need some sort of light going over that. So iPad's just the way to go. And what I use an iPad, and then I use a Bluetooth page turner that I can just move. I can just change the pages with my foot. So I use an iPad mini, one of the smaller iPads, so a lot of people don't even know I have it, but I don't think they would care if I did. Especially in these kinds of shows where you're playing cover songs, you don't know what the demographic's going to be. A winery, could be anything. If I get like a busload of girls out for a bachelorette party or something like that, you want to hear Zach Bryan, Morgan Wallen, and Isabel, or whoever. And I don't like those guys. I like a lot of the Americana. I don't do a lot of the commercial country, but it's not bad to have some of that in your repertoire, because if you get one of those buses that come in, that's what they want to hear. And you only have to play like 6 songs and they're super happy. For 6 songs, that could be a quarter of one of your sets. You're playing 15 to 16, 17 songs in a set. for 6 songs is a pretty good amount, so that keeps people happy. So I have some go-tos. I have a couple go-to Zach Bryan songs, Morgan Wallen. Really like Jason Isbell a lot. So that's just a little tip. Have an iPad, be able to play tons of songs. I think that's a good idea. It was a good week. I played that on Wednesday. On the weekend, got a chance to reset and chill a little bit. I have some shows. I have a corporate event tomorrow, a clam bake on a Tuesday. So corporate events are awesome. Usually a shorter time and they pay really good, and probably work on my game at doing more corporate stuff. I do some, but I should do more. Friday night, I'll be at Stable Winery in Andover. Always a blast. Saturday, I'll be at East End Bar and Grill in Geneva on the Lake. One of my original OG places. Love it out there. And Sunday, I'll be at Tavern for Max Monster Bash, which is a fundraiser for Hope for the homeless. So look forward to seeing y'all out there. And just remember, there's a new vlog every Monday at 8 o'clock. That's my goal. New vlog every Monday, 8 o'clock. So check in with me and have a great week. See you out there.